Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. Cerise here. Welcome to my channel. So, this is the first time that I've gone live to air on StreamYard, and I'm wondering if it is streaming on YouTube. So, give me a second. I came on just a little bit early, about 4 minutes early, just to see how everything is going. So, hold on one second. I'm going to go grab my other cell phone. Bear with me. Jessica Chinking is my guest today, and she's going to be on in just a second. Hold on. Alrighty. I'm excited because it's working here. I'm really excited, guys. I just want, can you guys hear me, by the way? I am going to check your messages here to see if there's any. So StreamYard is a little different for me. For those of you who are joining me for the first time on StreamYard, thank you, because you guys know I usually do live to airs on YouTube only. So just want to make sure you guys can hear me. All right. So guys, first of all, let me see. Oh, wait, I see some comments coming in, I think. Hi, Jean Jr. Brandy, we can hear you well. Oh, thank you, baby girl. Hello, Brandy. I want to show you guys this beautiful, beautiful view that I have right here in the Dominican Republic. Hold on. Let me just turn it around. Well, it was more beautiful earlier before overcast came in, but that's my daily view. I get a little peek of Sosua Bay. Sosua is located here on the north coast of the Dominican Republic, and it is a very foreigner-friendly area. Okay, here we go. So, it's a neighbor walking by. So, guys, I'm just waiting for Jessica when she comes on. She's not on yet. She still has another 4 minutes to start. She's coming on at 2 o'clock, and she's going to be my first guest of 2021 and Personal People series. I'm so excited to have Jessica join us as the Personal People series and the first person that I am having this discussion with. I don't necessarily want to call it interview. I keep getting caught up on that interview word, and it's not an interview, it's a discussion. So, when I first met Jessica, she was 13 years old. And I'm not going to tell her age now because she's a full grown woman. She can tell you if she likes. But overall, I have seen this young lady grow, and she's one of the people that I know a lot. Okay, I just heard a little beep. Now I have to figure out how to bring my guest on. Let me see. Here we go. Add to stream. Set.
Hey!
Hey! I can hear it though. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I love the power of the internet. Oh girl, here, let me put this down a little bit. Um, okay, Jess, go
Hey.
ahead and introduce yourself to everyone. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna fix my little stand here for my camera.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, I'm Jessica Chinking. I'm an actor, producer, and photographer.
Perfect. So, and she's so humble. You can see how she's, oh, just an actor, just, a producer. You are actually really amazing. You do so well at what you do, Jess. Thank you for being my first guest.
Thank you
I
so much for bringing me on.
You're welcome. Okay, so we're gonna do the backdrop. You guys know how I do it, and I was just saying to you how important Jessica is to me. Jess, I met you when you were 13 years old. 13, right? 13.
13 years old, grade 6.
You were such a beautiful child. You've grown into such a beautiful woman. You have so many disciplines in the film industry. So I just want to jump right into what you do, who you are, and everything of that nature, okay? Okay,
Okay.
as an actor, what do you do? And wait, first of all, the first question, how did you get into acting?
So I got into acting. It kind of just was something that I always wanted to do since I
Mhm.
was little, and I didn't really know where to go. It was you that actually helped me, guided me. Like I talked to you, being my soul
Mhm.
coach, and just kind of
Awesome.
asked you like the steps that I could take
Mhm.
and what I could do. First started doing background work and just learning about being on set, and then started taking classes and started auditioning.
Awesome. And I can remember way back when you started acting, you started out all on your own. You didn't go to school for acting, did you?
Yeah, I didn't go to school. I wanted to, but I just ended up learning in studio classes and reading a lot.
Right. And then you took personal private lessons as well for acting when you actually needed it, like to learn how to cry on cue.
Yeah,
That was a hard one, I'm
yeah.
sure. Yeah. Okay. And also, when it comes to the whole acting world, tell me what it is that you love best, because a lot of people think it's just all glitz and glamour. But what is acting really for you?
So yeah, a lot of people do think it's just like getting pampered and going on set and kind of it all being about you. I
Hmm.
do love the glamour part of it. Like I can't lie and say that I don't love like going in and getting my hair done. But
Right.
it's really a lot more than that. It can be really long hours, like 12-hour days with no breaks. Um, being
Mm.
in the cold for hours, really like challenging yourself to do things like be vulnerable on camera and like jump into the water in a bathing suit in like -10. Um, those type of things. Um,
Right.
yeah.
I know there was one time when you were on set and you messaged me and you were like, "Oh my gosh, Cerise, this it's so cold." And you couldn't wear a jacket on set or anything. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, Jess," and you're like, I'm gonna do it. You're like, "I'm gonna do it. This is what I want in life. So I have to show the universe, I have to show God exactly how dedicated I am."
Yeah.
But you just wanted to express to someone how cold you were too. And you
Yeah.
were. And what like give us an idea of like a day from morning, from the beginning of waking up, like when you usually shoot. Like give us an idea of what your day would be like.
So there's like really easy days and then there's really challenging days. I guess I'll do I was on set yesterday, and that was like really a really good day at set.
What do
So
you mean good? Like that was a really good day on set.
yeah.
What made you feel good, babes?
So I was on set yesterday for a YouTube channel and they were making a short film. And basically, like just to walk you guys through it, I wake up in the morning, I shower. My call time yesterday was 10 a.m. So it was about an hour away. I self drove and I got there, put down my things, got my makeup done, and then you basically just you get to work. So you can do the same scene like 10 or 20 times until the director's happy
Mhm.
with it. Um, and yeah, yesterday was about 8 hours, and then I got to go home.
Wow, eight
Yeah,
hours.
yeah,
8 hours. I mean, I can remember a few years ago when you first started way back, you were when you did background, because now you're a principal actor, and we'll get more into what the difference is between background actor and principal. But before, when you were background, I mean, there were times there were times where you were on like start sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning.
yeah. So it's really crazy when you have to wake up that early, and like it happens so often. Like even as a principal actor, they can give you like 5 hours notice and be like, you have to be on set at 3 a.m. And then you just go and
3 p.m.
yeah.
Wow, bless your heart. Your heart, because I know that when you get those 3 a.m. wake up calls and everything, because you love your sleep, guys, ladies and gentlemen, Jess loves her sleep. So, and also you're very humble. When you get those morning wake up calls, is it hard to get out of bed, or are you just like, God, I gotta get it done?
Shoot, I'm so sorry. I'm having some autism. Can you
Are
try to
you?
talk?
Oh, can you hear me now, honey?
No,
No?
I think
Okay,
it's my
maybe.
phone.
Yeah? Okay, maybe what I'll do, let me go to guests again. And maybe what
Shoot.
I'll do is
Sorry, let me
solo
try to
view.
sign on with.
Okay, babes, no worry about it. This is our first time on StreamYard, guys, so we have to flow with it. Let me see.
Oops.
Maybe if you sign out and come back again.
Oh, I think it's working now.
Oh, perfect.
Sorry
There
about
we
that.
go. No worries. So I put you on the screen only.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there we go. I think that's you're the most important person right now. Um, so yeah, this is the whole thing. Just tell us what it's like to be, first of all, oh yes, this is what I really want to ask about. Auditions. What is an audition?
So basically, they audition people when they want to pick somebody for a role, and you can audition for like 10 or that's another thing about acting that people don't realize is like you have to go to unpaid auditions, um, and you might do 30 of them and you might book nothing. So you just have to really love the actual craft of it. And yeah, you just keep auditioning until you book jobs. And it gets a lot easier the more that you do it, but sometimes you can audition like 30 times and you don't get anything. So you have to be really dedicated to it.
Wow, 30 times. I know a lot of people that they go for auditions and it's tough for them because it's a real weight on their confidence. They're like, why didn't I get the role? You know, why do you think sometimes people don't get roles?
Sometimes they're just looking for something so specific, and it can be nothing about you. Like you could do such a good job. Basically, your job as an actor is just to show up and do the best job that you can, and then you know that you've done all you can. And if they don't choose you, if you did the best that you can do, then it's not your fault, and you'll book something else.
Right? Because
But
there's a
sometimes,
lot.
oh, sorry.
No, sorry, go ahead, babe.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like sometimes they're just looking for something like a very specific look or very specific personality type, and it has nothing to do with you.
And I think that's what a lot of people get caught up in. They get worried, they're afraid that they're not good, and they want to give up. But I've seen you like just push on through. In the beginning, I know it wasn't very easy for you because there were times where you had the roll down pat. Like, and you did a good audition, and you're like, I think I got this, because you're not that person that says, I got this. You're just so humble, right? So the few
Thank you.
times you're welcome. The few times in the past when you actually said, I think I got this, they picked someone that was totally different. And maybe the two of us wouldn't even think that they had it, but they were looking, the producers and the casting agents, everyone was just looking for something specific, like you said. Now, and as it gets easier, do you think that it gets easier because you become more popular? Because you're pretty popular in Toronto.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it does. It gets a bit easier, like the more people that you know, because then sometimes they'll just refer you to a role and you won't even have to audition for it, which is really cool.
Okay. I love that. I have a couple of people here on the side. There's King Griff. Now, King Griff is he's a viewer of mine that I picked up along the way. Hey, what's up, King Griff? And with my blogging here in the Dominican Republic, and he just said, "She's beautiful."
Thank
Comment. And then we have
you.
Anderson Pierre. Anderson Pierre says, "Good evening, beautiful. God bless you and your family."
God bless
Ah,
you.
God bless you guys too, Anderson. So now I really wanted to introduce you to my American viewers, my viewers around the world, because me being a Canadian and a lot of people when I came here, they didn't know I was a soul coach. I just came on the scene and they're like, oh, she's a blogger. She vlogs about Sosua. And that just kind of popped in my lap. So I really, now after 2.5 years of being here, I really wanted to introduce the two worlds and bring them together. my vlogging world and all those people with people who I love and respect on the other side as well. And you are one of those people. Like, I've seen you grow, I've seen you help other people. And not only are you an actor, um, during COVID, when acting was like non-existent for everybody in the world, when it first started, you were like, Cerise, I'm gonna be in the house. I might as well get some other work done. And what did you do then?
So I started studying photography, and I actually stayed home for 2 months. So I just kind of read up and started practicing photography.
And shout out your Instagram, please, to everybody.
Thank you so much.
You're
So
welcome.
my personal Instagram is jessica.chin, like a chin, and then .king.
I love that explanation. That's right. Jessica King. I love the last name. And so there's a lot of things about your photography as well, because that's something that you also didn't go to school for, but it is something that you self-researched. And
Yeah,
it's amazing. Can you please give out your photography Instagram?
absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're
So
welcome.
my photography sorry. My photography Instagram is photo.jck.
Okay. And I know they're going to love your personal Instagram and also your Instagram for your business. And now, aside from that, can you offer edits online? Like, even though you do headshots and you're a photographer, if someone took a photo of themselves that they really like, but they have like a scar, a pimple, or wrinkle, bags under their eyes, maybe discoloration on their skin or whatever, what could you do for that?
So for like low retouching, I can basically airbrush their skin. I can change the background. I can crop the photos. For like I can get rid of pimples, wrinkles,
Mm.
acne, stuff like that. For like more higher retouching, I can change like the shape of their face. I can change their nose. I can make their eyes bigger.
Wow.
Yeah, I can pretty much like I can do anything that they'd like to change in the photo. I can do like teeth whitening. If they want like a little bit of like a bigger lip, I can do that.
Hmm. Yeah. You're the surgeon online.
I
It's
love
so,
that.
yeah. And in the beginning, it just dropped in your lap, kind of like vlogging dropped in my lap. It's just something you're like, hey, you were put in that position and you're working from home. And then now everyone knows you. Some people don't even know you as an actor. Some people just think you're a photographer because your photography kicked off so well. Am I right? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
thank you.
Like the other day, you were on set with a rapper or something. Tell us about that.
So I was on set with for like a music video, and it was really cool. Like they actually had a Rolls Royce on set, and it was the first time that I actually seen one in person.
Nice.
So it was super cool. And the guy that hired me is so cool. So I guess he's so busy that he only has time during music video shoots to get his headshots done. So he hired me to come take his headshots for him twice in two different music videos. And yeah, it was just a really cool vibe, really easy.
Right. And then you took the headshots, and then you were like, here, let me practice a little bit. And you took a couple of headshots by someone else. I mean,
Yeah, oh
obviously,
my gosh.
what happened there?
So I ended up I was testing the lighting, and I asked one of the artists, I was like, hey, did you want to get a couple photos taken? So I snapped a couple photos of him, and then he ended up purchasing some edits from me.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen in an article, well, he actually sent me the article a couple days later. They used one of my photos in the article when they were
Mm.
talking about him. It was so cool.
Okay, and this is what we're talking about. Like when people can apply themselves in life, that's the reason why I find you such a great inspiration coming into the new year. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to introduce you to my other side of my world because, yeah, you definitely just, you're like, here, let me take a photo. And all of a sudden, you're in a magazine article. And
Yes.
but that happened before that as well, right?
Yeah.
With mhm. With
It's
what happened there?
it's just really cool, like where sometimes you can just take photos. I feel like everyone should at least try photography because it's so awesome.
Right.
Like, yeah, everyone sees things differently, so it's cool the different things that you see, and then sometimes you'll just randomly see a photo you took somewhere else.
I love that. I love that. And so now, aside from photography, because you really do a lot when it comes to the film industry, and when we first went into COVID, you had no choice but to really play with other disciplines of the film industry, because it's your first love. I can remember you said to me, you're like, Cerise, I don't want to necessarily step out of my passion. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's the reason why you wanted to just start doing photography and everything, but also producing. Now, you have been producing for what, over a year now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And what do you have lined up right now? And because you had one, sorry, with the motorcycle in the background, you actually had one of your productions in a film festival. Am I correct?
Yes. So I made a short film with another producer called Dream Date, and we submitted it to a bunch of festivals, and it got into Vox Media Film Festival, which was like so cool because it was the first serious thing that I ever did. Um, and I didn't know this, but some film festivals will actually give you an artist fee, so they'll actually pay you. And I was so excited that it got into the festival, so I didn't realize that they were going to give us a little bit of money. Like they gave us $100, but it was really
Yeah.
cool because we weren't expecting anything at all.
Right. And it was your first production ever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what I'm getting at again, because look, okay, you don't even go to school for acting, and all of a sudden you're one of the most popular actors in Toronto.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Then all of a sudden you get into photography and you're just kicking butt. And now, I mean, you're producing. So, and then you get into a festival with your first production. So this is when we can tell that it's someone's passion and someone is meant for this. Now, also, right now you have something in, is it post-production?
So we just finished filming a production called All the Little Angels,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, Mark Johnson created it. He wrote the script and created the film to bring awareness to the human trafficking industry, which is not talked about enough in the media.
Mm-hmm.
We just finished filming that, and now we're in post production, editing it, and then we're going to be submitting it to festivals.
Okay. Was that a difficult production from the beginning to end? Because you guys actually had to stop at one moment, right? For COVID?
Yeah, it was definitely really challenging because um, the film industry was shut down for a while. So then once we got back into it, we had to make like some major changes. So we had to take off a couple characters, bring in new characters really last minute too. Mark had to rewrite the script, which he
Wow.
did it so well, and I feel like it's even more exciting now, the film. It,
Mm-hmm.
it was pretty challenging, but everyone was so amazing, and it's finished now, and it's just so awesome.
So when you guys were interrupted in production, how long did you guys have to go on a break for?
6 months.
6 months. Oh
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, characters changed. Did anyone lose weight? Anyone like cut their hair? Anyone gain weight?
So all of us gained a little bit of COVID weight. and, and
Wow.
there was a couple people that their hair grew, and um, we just had to stick a toque on one of them.
Right.
And
Okay.
yeah, it was challenging for sure. There was a different, yeah, it was a lot.
There was a different what?
So we had to change, we had to bring on another DOP as well. So
What's the DOP?
a director of photography, so the videographer. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and it was just
Wow.
it was
That
it was
must have
definitely
been
challenging.
scary.
It's it was pretty crazy. And Mark is just like incredible. Um, yeah,
And he's your partner on the film, right?
yeah,
You one of the co-producers?
yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. You know what I think is really amazing that you guys just kept it moving, because a lot of people just closed down on their productions, but you guys waited 6 months. I didn't realize it was that long. And then you guys went back into production, and now you guys wrapped. You guys are in post production now.
Yeah.
Wow, Jess. I didn't realize 6 months. Okay. And no, you are also a model. And how did you get into modeling?
I started in event marketing and like promo modeling. So
Hmm.
people that kind of hand out alcohol in clubs.
Hmm.
And then I my first gig ever, like my first modeling gig was the Sunshine Girl Toronto Sun.
Mm.
And I just started after that, just doing a little bit of print work.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to explain to the American viewers and the other viewers from around the world what the Sunshine Girl is. So in Canada, well, mainly in Toronto, but you were not only in the Toronto edition. You in the out west somewhere as well, Vancouver? Or,
Yeah,
yeah, at
so
one point.
I was in the Vancouver. I think the first one that I ever did went to Vancouver as well.
Okay. So Toronto has a newspaper and it's a franchise. It goes all around Canada, I'm pretty sure, and it's called The Sun. And they have something on like the second page. Usually, I don't know now where it's at, but it's called the Sunshine Girl. And ever since I was younger, I can remember my dad would get the newspaper for the Sunshine Girl only. I know that sounds kind of creepy. I think I did. My dad read the articles too, but he would like look at the Sunshine Girl. So for me, and then I would see him take about 30 minutes to draw a little face on the Sunshine Girl and draw a little face on her, like just because he was a doodler, right? And a lot of guys in my neighborhood used to do that. It was the most comical thing. Then, as you know, I grew up. You just look at the Sunshine Girl when you open the page. Now, you were actually a Sunshine Girl one time, and then they asked you to come on again, and then they asked you to come on again. How many times were you the Sunshine Girl?
8 or 9 times I've been
Eight
in
or nine times. I've never heard of this before.
it.
Never. I maybe twice, but they loved working with you, and that's one thing I have to say. Everyone always loves working with you. Any comments I read on your Facebook, any comments I read anywhere, people are always saying how not you are with your work discipline and how devoted you are to your craft. Now, being the Sunshine Girl and modeling and everything, you also did modeling for videos as well, right? Music videos.
I did. I've done a whole lot of music videos. Thank you so much for saying that.
You're welcome. And now, when it comes to you, because you have such creative content, like you're such an amazing person, are you open to collaborating with people around the world? Because I know a lot of people in America would love to connect with you.
Absolutely, 100%. I always want to do collaborations anywhere.
Oh, nice. Now, what are some tips you have out there for the young actors? And I don't mean young in age. I mean people that might have, there are people, Jess, let's face it. I mean, when you're on set, there are people all ages, all walks of life, whether you're in background or principal. And some people retire and they're 65 years old and they're not ready to just stay at home all day. So they want to go and get into acting. They want to do something they've never done before. What suggestions do you have for those people that are new actors?
Um, so the suggestions that I would give is never be afraid to start. You can actually start any age. If you wanted to go become an actor at 80 years old, the beautiful thing is there's always going to be roles for anyone. It's crazy. So I guess don't think too much into it. If you have any feeling that you want to get into it, do it, but also keep in mind that it's not it seems like it's a very glamorous industry, but it's absolutely not. It is grueling. It's so
Mhm.
grueling, and you have to work very hard. You have to be willing to do numerous auditions and not maybe not book anything for a while. Eventually you will, but you have to work so hard. Also, just to start researching and looking online and taking classes. Taking classes, you learn so much, but doing student films, like if you want to just learn how everything works, like start doing student films or start doing background extra work, because I learned so much doing that. And also get an amazing soul coach like Cerise that'll walk you through everything.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I can remember again when you first started out, you were meeting people on set. And so I thought that although background it's a good starting place, you can also start networking with other people who have tips and tricks and everything like that, right?
Definitely, definitely. It's a
Mhm.
great place to start.
Right. And now, when it comes to your productions, are you always open to working with people who are not experienced?
Definitely. So I do have a lot of plans for non like low budget productions that I want to come out with. So anybody who needs experience or anybody who needs who's like interested in getting into it, I'd love to bring them onto a set.
Perfect. So then what I'm going to do is suggest for them to follow you on Instagram and also Facebook because you're always putting out posts for jobs as well. Even if they're not your productions, you work alongside with other people who create productions and you help them hire actors, right?
Yeah, I have a group on Facebook called JCK, and I post all my productions. Well, anyone that I'm connected with, if there's a job, I'll post it on there.
Right, exactly. Like Jess, I got to say, you are a hustler.
Oh, thank you.
I posted it on Facebook today. I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know it ain't where I've been. Where I'm about to go. That is you. That is your spirit. I got to tell you, I have witnessed this young lady do some really morning calls for getting on set. I have witnessed her have to deal with some difficult people in the industry, whether it was her production or someone else's production. I have seen you. There were times when you did a lot of free work as well in the beginning, like a lot of free work. And
Yeah.
even every now and again, you will do something free, like all the little angels. Right? Eventually, I believe you will get paid for that.
Thank you.
100%. You're welcome. Once that comes out, a lot of people are going to like it. Guys, All the Little Angels also has an Instagram handle. What is it called on Instagram?
So it's all period the period little period angels.
Perfect. All the Little Angels. And that one is a really controversial one. So now, just in regards also to giving some tips to people around the world, what about agents? Is it important to have an agent, or can they get work without one?
You can definitely self-represent. It's just a kind of a different road. I feel like it's always good to have an agent just so they can fight to get you in certain rooms that you can't really get in yourself. But right now um, I feel like it's not really like I feel like it's difficult to say because different people have different views. I feel like you can definitely get yourself somewhere without an agent.
Mm-hmm. Right, because there have been times when you were unrepresented,
Yeah.
and you're always looking for good representation. I mean, America, I keep saying America, but even Europe is listening at all times as well, because a lot of people come here from around the world to the Dominican Republic. So guys out there, after you take a look at Jess and everything, please contact her because she also does online stuff. Like during uh, when COVID first went out, you were doing some shorts or something like that. What was that? Do you remember that one production? I loved it. You were in your closet or something?
Oh yeah, we so there was a bunch of competitions online and we did like a little film on our cell phone and it was really fun and really cool just to kind of keep practicing
Mhm.
our craft.
And I loved that. I loved it. Do you have a link to that? Where can we find that?
So I think the link is expired now because they already screened it on the competition, but I can try to find it and repost it.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. You have so much work. I know you're like, I can try to find it.
Thank you so
uh,
much.
you're welcome. And guys, I gotta tell you, every single time I watch Jess throw herself into something, there's always a lot of major growth within a very short period because you apply yourself, you dedicate yourself, you research, you don't play around. You're hungry for your passion. You are hungry for what you want in life. What are some of the things you want to do in the future?
I really love to just produce more. Um, uh, I'd love to eventually get my photography published. more like in like some good magazines. In acting, I'd love to get some really challenging roles. And yeah, I guess just help other people. And
Right.
yeah.
And when you say challenging roles, what do you mean? Like real crazy bitch kind of thing? And
Yeah, where I can really just let loose. I can't wait to show you the one that I did yesterday. It was like, it was crazy. I had to like just be insane.
Oh, yeah, like what?
Like roll around on the floor, like kick my legs. It was really fun.
Oh, that's difficult, right? Because you really have to get out of your ego to be
Yeah.
able to move around on the floor and become another role. What is that
Yeah.
like? Like that, how do you do it?
So you just kind of you have to like not worry about how you look at all, and you just put yourself into the role and feel like what would I do if I was choking? Like you can't worry about looking cute or anything like that.
Right. And here's another question. Can you cry on cue?
I can. It took me a really long time to learn, and sometimes it takes me a little bit to get into it, but if you're really into the role, you can definitely do it. Yeah.
Okay. I believe that 100%. There's a couple of comments here that I just want to say. Um, Shouts out to everyone. So there's Airport Atheist, Mamacita times two. He says, and King Griff, I read King Griff. Anderson, I read. Jay says, hey there. Hey, Jay Ramsey, Construction LLC. We have Jody in La Casa. Jody is also often on Facebook with us as well. So, hola. And then we have Michael. And Michael says, Michael Milken, he says, Cerise, hook me up with this lady. She's in her life. And then David Rich shouts out. David Rich is an expat here. He lives in Cabarete. He just moved here, maybe a month ago or two. And he says, I have a tip for crying on cue. What is it, David? I would love to hear your tip for crying on cue. Oh, David is also in the acting industry. And I remind him of his mom. I think that's, yeah. So also, okay, so you got crying on cue down pat and your producer. Now, what about any writing? Because I know that you have done a little bit of writing with other people, but I'm always encouraging you. I'm always suggesting writing is so good. When are you going to write your own production?
So I guess that's a goal for the future. I really want to learn. Right now, everything I write, I kind of cringe at, but it's definitely something that I'm going to try to master, or not master, learn the skill.
No, you're right. Master, absolutely, because you know what? That's called what they call a Freudian slip. That is your spirit speaking, and that is it's your brain coming out right out and saying master, because that's exactly what you've pretty much done. Of course, in every discipline in life, we all have more to learn.
Yeah.
But you have really done a lot with everything. Just I can't believe what you have done. I'm so proud of you. Hold
Thank
on
you.
one second. You're welcome. Here's David Rich. He says, basically, this is crying on cue. Basically, the trick is yawning with your mouth closed and wait for the vibration to start. Then the tears up. That's interesting, right?
That is really interesting.
Let me read that again. Basically, the trick is yawning with your mouth closed. Oh, yeah, that's hard. Okay. Close and wait for the vibration to start, then push the tears up. Interesting. See that? How do you cry on cue? Do you think of something? Or
Oh, me?
yeah.
Yeah, I always tried. So I always try to think of something that kind of like triggers me, or if it's like something that happens in the role, I'll think about that and I'll think about what if that was happening to me, or I'll think about myself as a character and be like, oh, this is happening to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's projecting who you are into the role. You know, I mean, and I think that's so important. That's what Heath Ledger did. He's very popular for that. The Joker. Do you remember that movie back in the day? He
Yeah.
died in production, I think. And yeah, he just became one with the character. And a lot of people don't have that ability to actually remove themselves because let's face it, we all get in the way of ourselves, like ego. You know, like you having to go around the ground and act a little crazy. That's not easy. Like, you know, I I got to tell you, I would not be able to do it without my ego getting in the way. I knew the people well enough. These are just people you met yesterday. Am I correct? I mean,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
come. Oh well, and you said that they had a YouTube channel, or they have one.
They do. It's called Deformed Lunchbox. They were so cool. They were really nice. They helped me feel comfortable.
Awesome, deformed lunchbox, and so they're Canadian based.
They are.
All right, you guys, go subscribe to them. My gosh, and so David Rich just said again, yep. Uh, Finding your connection. That's it. Oh, he says here. So next time you yawn, close your mouth, then you'll feel it. Awesome. I love
I'm
that.
gonna try it for sure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm gonna try it too, just for the fun of it. All you guys out there, try it too. So when it comes to acting, and when it comes to modeling, when it comes to producing and photography and all the content that you provide, are you happy with what you do in life? Do you find joy in it?
I feel like I'm so happy and content and grateful to be doing this because it took a really long time to kind of get to a place where it started to pay off.
Right. That I love that you said that because it does get to. I think everything takes its time to get to where you want to go, right? But the
Definitely.
it's sticking at it is the key. I remember one day you said to me, Cerise, a couple of years ago, Cerise, you know, so, I forget what you said, something along the lines of leaving acting, and I said to you, okay, if that's what you would like to do, and you, well, I don't know, and I said, well, tell me why. Tell me why. And you said, I don't know. No, never mind that question. Okay, let's go on to something else. And then you had a moment to actually think about it. It was, I think at the time, it was a little hard for everyone in the industry. But you, that was your only moment of thinking that. And then you got over that really quickly and you just kept on moving forward. And now you are everything that you ever wanted to be. And of course, you're going to be a lot more in the future. And you're getting there each day. Now, just to kind of, do you have anything else you want to ask the audience, by the way?
I guess I thank you, Cerise, for like all of your guidance.
Oh,
I know you wouldn't want me to like big you up, but you're so amazing and you're such an amazing woman. And I
oh,
just I don't know what I would do without your guidance. Like it's been crazy. Like every time I've had an issue or every time I've had a challenge, like and there's been some really crazy ones in the past where I'd call Cerise and be like, "How do I fix this?" And like you always just have a solution for me, and it's been it's been awesome. Thank
oh.
you so much.
Thank you. I love you. Guys, I love this young lady. Just we had a little chat before we went on live to air, and she's like, is it okay if I at least say something nice about you just to let the world know? And I'm like,
She
no.
said no.
No. I said, just tell them that you're spiritual because of some guidance that I gave you. Tell them that you thank God for right. And she does. You do. You are very spiritual. But with all of this, I mean, you it's, just I want to say this about you because even aside from the acting and the discipline that you have physically, spiritually, you put a lot of work into who you are. Like you meditate, you pray, you talk to God, you have a special relationship with God. Like, what is that like to be so young and have this powerful relationship you have with God? What drives you to love God?
um I basically just the I know that God is real and I know that I'm being guided because of certain things that happen and just like in meditation, and I didn't know how to meditate or how to like pray or how to do anything before. And then when I met you at 13, like over the years, like you've just kind of introduced me to God, and it's really paid off, like showing gratitude and being grateful for little things like hot coffee and like hot showers, because a lot of people don't have those things. And like people are starving, and I'm really fortunate, and I'm so fortunate to have like a good family and to live in Canada and have like just have the things that I do. And yeah, meditating is awesome. Can really bring some peace into your life no matter where you are. Just doing it for like 3 minutes even a day.
Exactly. Even just 3 minutes. I love when you said, for hot coffee and hot showers, because I had like cold showers for like almost 2 years. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, Cerise. And there's some times where you and I will chit chat back and forth, and you're like, I want to complain about something, but I don't want to, because I know people where you're at right now in the Dominican Republic, there's some locals that are probably hungry or have a third world existence, and I don't want to complain. And I'm like, no, Jess, your heart is in a beautiful place, but please express yourself, because first world issues are issues too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know you always pray. There's been times, if it's okay for me to say this, I can remember you told me you had a little bit of a stinky day one time, and you were like, oh, I pulled over. When you were driving, you're like, I pulled over and I just talked to God. I just asked God to give me peace. And you even have cried sometimes when you talk to me about God. And I think that's a beautiful thing as well. Your heart is in such a beautiful place. Hold on, there's a couple of comments here. MJ says, hey, Mr. Reese. Hi, everyone. Hey, MJ. Then we have Razor Rays. Razor Ray says, very pretty. I'm rooting
Oh,
for her in her career.
thanks.
Thank you, Razor Rays. David Rich says, wishing you so much success. Oh, you guys are such a positive crowd. I think I have the most positive viewers, I gotta say. Then we have Jay Ramsey, and he says, oh, nice. So guys, listen, it can be done. A lot of people think that they have to go in. I'm not slamming school. I'm not slamming any college or university or anything like that, because you did your research. You did go to classes. You did put yourself in a lot of acting classes, and then you don't really go to them as much now because of COVID and everything, but now you're actually doing it online. When you get a role, you
Yeah,
do like, what is it, virtual coaching with your coach?
I do. I do. At the moment, I'm training with Michael Gordon Shore, and he's incredible. He actually coached me for the gig that I had yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Wow.
kind and super awesome.
Right. And you see, it shows such determination, because even though it is COVID, you are like still keeping up with your studies and everything of that nature. But it can be done. Some people think they have to go to film school for 3 years, 4 years, or whatever it is. Right. And I remember at one point you were considering it, but then you said, no, actually, no, Cerise, I just feel that I can keep doing what I'm doing and make waves the exact same way. And you did, and you're still doing it. So I really want to show people too that you put yourself in a discipline. So many other things can be placed in your lap, and you just have to run with it. Listen to your spirit. You don't let anything hold you back, Jess, and I love that about you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So, sweetheart, I just want to say, give everyone all your information. So let's throw out your personal Instagram again.
So my personal Instagram is Jessica, period, chin, like a chin, and then king, like a crown. My photography Instagram is photo.jck. All the little angels Instagram is all.the.little.angels. I have, my cat has an Instagram,
Yeah.
just Barry. Yeah. Berry, like a strawberry, period, cool, period, cat. And then I just have a Facebook group called JCK where I post all my castings.
JCK. But I just want to go back to Barry for 1 second too, because the photographer in you, you're like, Cerise, I would really love to take photographs of Barry, but I don't like who's gonna want to look at them. And I'm like, what? He's such a cool cat. Like you guys look him up on Instagram, please. Barry.cool.cat. And he is so cute. And he really is a baby. You rescued him. How long have you had him for now? 8 months?
Yeah, since March. Since March.
Wow. Wow. So he's your baby. So you guys check him out as well because he's got some pretty cool photos up.
Yeah.
Water out of a tap in the bathroom, I think it is, or something. Like that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah, he's a really good character. He has one. And so now what is also if people want to look at your private page on Facebook, because on there you also share a lot of cool stuff too. Your Facebook page is open?
So my personal page is you can see certain things, but the Facebook page where I post castings, you have to join it to get into it, and then I tried to change it to public, but I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
Well, I won't. I don't think it'll let me like once it's a closed group. But if you join it, then you can see all the castings posted. But I also post them on my personal page too.
Oh, perfect. All right. So, guys, there you go. I mean, if you have experience and you want to get involved with somebody in Toronto you can collaborate with, this opportunity is for you. Jessica is so approachable and she's open. Of course, you're very busy. Very busy. So I'm glad to even take this time of yours. But, you know, you're always open to working with people if it's within your schedule, right?
Definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jess. All right. So I just want to say also I want to give shouts out to your family because I know your mom and your gran and they're good people. Jessica was raised with a wonderful family. And I just want to say, guys, when you raise someone well, you have a spiritual way about you. This is what you end up with. A beautiful young lady who's dedicated to her craft, dedicated to humanity, and willing to make a change, and not only for herself, but for everyone else around her as well. So, Jess, thank you, baby girl. I love you. Anything else at all, honey, before I let you go?
I can't thank you enough for having me on your channel, and I love you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. So now what I'm going to do, guys, because I'm still trying to. Jess, can you see me?
I can't.
Perfect. Okay, let me see. I am going to go to, okay, I'm going to let you go now, and then I'm going to go to solo.
Okay,
Okay,
do I
baby?
just click? Okay, awesome. Thank
I'm
you
not
so much.
sure what you click. Let me see
Okay.
what, maybe I'll have to click something.
I think, well, there's a thing here that says leave. Okay, bye.
Here we are. Sorry, Jess. I guess we lost her. But I just want to say to you guys, thank you so much for joining me and joining Jess. Please connect with her on all her social media. Even if you have an idea that you want to, go over with her, or even if you have some photos that you want edited, remember she can remove all kinds of stuff that you want removed, headshots, anything of that nature. Guys, I got to tell you, she's a great inspiration, and I wanted her to be on my 2021 interesting people because she is very interesting and she also dedicates herself to her craft in a way where I think it's healthy for a lot of us in life to do that. She's very humble about it, but if there is a day that passes and she is doing nothing, I am surprised. And it's probably because she didn't have a day off for over a month. And that's a day of rest for her that she well deserves. So, guys, hit her up, please. If you are a producer, if you are an agent in America, around the world, even in Canada, hit Jess up because, she would be open to working with you. She's always open too to finding new representation. So connect with her. Okay, guys. So my next personal interview, well, discussion. I don't really want to call it interview, like I said. Discussion is going to be tomorrow with Roll the Tape. Roll the tape. And I'm going to put that promo out later on today. I'm going to send it to my community and YouTube and everything of that nature and on Facebook. So you guys will be able to join us live. It's going to be at 7 o'clock his time, 8 o'clock my time, Dominican Republic time, Friday, tomorrow. Okay, so join us. We're going to talk about the who, what, when, where, why of Roll the Tape, where he's been. He's well traveled around the world, and I'm pretty sure, has a lot of information to share with you guys as well who come to the Dominican Republic and enjoy it here. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I love you. Mwah.